What's going on, YouTube? It's the Bushy Beard, and I'm back, and I'm less bushier than ever. And we are joined by special guest. You've been fiending for him. You've been asking for him. We have...
The Professor.
The Professor! Unlike me, he actually knows about the guitar and the cool and awesome things that Alip does with it. We did do a reaction yesterday, so if you want to check that out, go ahead and check that out.
Yeah, that was him on an electric guitar.
Yeah, on the electric guitar, which is fantastic.
Yes.
Yeah, and then we're going to have another one released tomorrow, so you can check that out tomorrow. But yeah, he doesn't ever cease to amaze me in the things that he can do with the guitar. Another thing we were kind of wondering is are there any like native instruments to Indonesia that Alip plays? And if so, what are they? And if he has any videos of them, let us know. Yeah. We're also just kind of wondering if we know that he was a forklift driver for a long time, but I'm assuming he makes a pretty good amount of money off of YouTube. Is he still doing the forklift driving? If you know, let us know down in the comments. We do read the comments. And just let us know more about him if you know anything. We love to know more about him because we're huge fans. So,
yeah.
But without any further ado, if you're new, please do subscribe if you like what you see. And let's get into it. Back on the old...
the acoustic.
Acoustic.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay.
You can already tell the difference, right? Between the rock guitar and this, it's like when you hear it, like with the rock guitar, he had the background music.
Yeah.
With this, it's like there's background music, but it's just the one guitar.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, the other thing is, he's using some type of sound modification thing here too.
I think that was the new technique I haven't seen before. The
yeah, I think he's inventing stuff.
Yeah, probably. He's probably bored with everything else.
Yeah, that's true.
Soon we're just gonna see him like play with his nose.
Well, Jimmy used to play with his teeth, but
yeah.
Yeah.
He probably it's too easy for him.
Yeah.
I'm noticing now, different than the electric guitar, is this hand has to be more open.
Mm-hmm.
And so you're able to see more stuff going on.
Yeah.
What he's doing.
Uh-huh.
Whereas with is it just because how close all the strings are on either the electric and the acoustic, or?
Well, the thing is this is a much closer shot.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, and the other one was farther away, so it's harder to see what all it's doing.
Now,
but
is the electric or the acoustic easier to play?
Well, typically it's easier, and you can play typically an electric a lot faster.
Okay.
The strings are much closer to the fretboard.
Okay.
So it'd have to be farther away for an acoustic because you've got to let the string resonate more or vibrate.
Gotcha.
More. If you put them too close, they'll vibrate and hit the guitar frets. But so it's typically easier to play an electric. However, for Alip though, I would like to know. Maybe people know what are his comments about the two different guitars? I mean, I would be interested in his opinions about
if he ever has come out and said, like, does he like one better than the other? Does he find one more challenging, more exciting than the other?
Yeah, he definitely, like what we noticed before, when he's playing the electric guitar, he's doing an incredible amount of things.
Yeah.
Harmonics and everything else, in ways I hadn't seen used before.
Yeah.
Now here with the acoustic, he'll also do some of the, but remember you said we were talking about the drums in the back.
Right. Yeah.
Here we'll see, if he's doing, more of the kind of percussive stuff on the guitar.
Sometimes he'll have a recorder in his toes.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's true too.
Which is crazy. Tried to learn the guitar, right?
Right. Uh-huh.
Like watching his fingers move and it just being so effortless. Like I remember trying to learn some of these and like my hands just would not do it. And then I look at his face and looks like he's taking a nap.
He's got a level of concentration in this.
Yeah.
Which it's interesting because, when we saw him play the electric guitar, when he gets to some of the high notes, he couldn't help but kind of have that rapturous
joy.
Look at it. But here, his level of concentration is, it's almost like he's not performing. This is part of just what he does. Yeah, I mean now
it's like a practice. Almost.
Yes. Yeah.
Where it's like you're really trying to hone in on the basics of something. That obviously is not basics,
right?
But like you're trying to hone your craft, and so your concentration is more deeply ingrained in that.
Right.
Whereas like with the electric, it's almost like you just jamming out, like a jam session almost.
Yeah, and in part, I mean, and I would wonder how other people feel too. It's almost like, Alip's brain is producing the music.
Yeah.
Where then the guitar becomes the way we can hear it.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think that might be what's going on.
Yeah. That kind of, to me, is part of what appears to be occurring.
And it almost feels like, I'm sure he probably does read music and knows how to read music, but it almost feels like he doesn't. And it's just like what comes to his head, his fingers know how to play.
Yeah. And how he got there, I'm not exactly sure. But he was in a band for a while and stuff, and did other things.
Right.
And,
it's kind of like the people you read or hear about that like listen to a piano song and they can fully recreate it.
That would be interesting too, because you brought up that whole idea of kind of a savant and stuff. And for savants, sometimes the way that they'll do music or art and things like that. But again, usually when you're talking about, a savant, you're talking about somebody who has limited functioning in other areas. That's not true of him.
Right.
But then they have this crazy high-level function. In those people, it's a very interesting thing. When you look at art that they've done, and again, this would be somebody who has intellectual problems, but then becomes a savant, which is not Alip.
Right.
Alip is something different.
Right.
But for them, they'll like start a picture, like if they're going to do a picture of a horse.
Yeah.
A normal person will go, okay, you got a body, you got a head, and stuff like that. You know where they'll start? They may start at the hoofs.
Yeah.
They'll draw the hoofs and then draw whatever. They've got they've got the whole picture right up here that they're going to reproduce, and all they do is copy the thing that's in their head.
Right.
And so it doesn't have to be, it's not drawn regularly. I don't think he plays guitar like that, but there may be those elements in it.
Now
it's just like magic.
Right. Do savants usually innovate? or is it more imitation?
Well, now,
because it seems like he innovates.
Oh no, he definitely
Yeah.
innovates. That's why I think he's got a lot of intelligence between what he does too. Even on the electric guitar, you know, that whole like classical music influence seemed to me to be there, and and kind of, I think they call it a fugue, where you have the idea of a theme in the music, and then you play around with it, you change it around. He just does that. Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Okay.
But, you know, I would be interested how, when he first played guitar, was it obvious that this guy
had something there?
Yeah, that nobody else did.
Right.
You know?
Yep. And I feel like I hear different cultural like components, like mariachis is like
kind
of stuff.
Well, yeah, or even like in this, there's a feel, especially in the beginning, of like flamenco.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Things. Yeah. Too is, while he does all of these, you know, amazing things, when the music doesn't call for it,
he doesn't do it.
He doesn't do it.
Right.
And instead, he just plays very clean, sweet music.
Right. And it's like it's the story he's telling. Right. There's a story.
I like that too. Yeah.
And it's just like, at this point, the hero or the main person of the story is pondering something. It's like, and it's just like, it's simple, and it doesn't need to be complex, where if it was complex, it would take away from the story.
That's very good. It's like, for Alip, while he plays extraordinarily, I don't see anything that he does just for flash or to impress.
Yeah. And I think like he could score a movie or something.
Oh. I think he'd be great.
Yeah.
I wonder if he's ever done that. Does anybody know?
Yeah, has he ever like come up with music for a story or something, like a movie or a play or something? I think he would do a fantastic job of that.
Yeah, if they aren't using him in the movie business in Indonesia,
they're doing something wrong.
Yeah, that's exactly correct. Yeah.
Another great one.
Yeah, it is.
It's so fun to watch it, because it to me it's a journey, and I just enjoy that part of it.
Well, and if you listen to each of the individual notes as he plays them too, they used to comment about, one of my buddies would comment about B.B. King.
Yeah.
How B.B. King, you know, now B.B. King wouldn't play as fast like this,
right.
But when he played the blues, every single note did something.
Gotcha.
You know, and that's, you know, he's like that
yeah.
too. You know,
yeah.
that
there's no fluff.
No, and they're all well articulated. You know,
right.
You know, I say that because when I play guitar, you muff a number of things and it doesn't come out right. But his is just crystal clear and beautiful.
Also, he has a Slipknot shirt on.
Oh, is that right?
They're a band.
Okay.
Yeah, here in from back in like the 90s, I believe. So, anyways, if you like this, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If not, you can give it a thumbs down. It's not going to hurt my feelings. It's going to hurt yours.
No.
Or you can give it a thumbs up because it's not going to hurt yours.
That's true.
If you're new or you haven't yet, please do consider subscribing. It really does help out the channel. Like I said, we're trying to get to 100K by 2029. It's a lofty goal. We got about 6 years. I think we might be able to do it. I hope each and every one of y'all out there are having a wonderful day or night or whatever it is, wherever you are, whenever you're watching this. And as always, YouTube, until next time, smile like you mean it from the Bushy family.